Man, y'all know the face, y'all know the name. Y'all tuned into the world's realest podcast, Talk Ain't Cheap podcast, hosted by yours truly, Mr. It's a Movie Cletus Real Talk. And I got a special guest here with me. If you know, you know, man. I got a lot of brothers, but there's certain people that's really like my brother. Like, if you know, you know. I got like certain people that's really my brother. Shout out to everybody tuning in on the live. Y'all tuned in to Talk Ain't Cheap podcast. 2025 is right around the corner, so it's only right we do the reflection. I always do this every year. Last year I did it with my homegirl Indigo. This year I'm doing it with my little brother. Little brother, please introduce yourself.
What's up? It's your boy Russ.
What's going on, man? How you doing, King?
Man, back up in New York City, man. It's been a little minute.
You sound southern as hell. You said back up in New York City, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's been a minute, bro.
How you been, bro? What's life been like?
Life been, bro.
Wow, what's been... I know it's crazy. I hear that a lot, bro. What was going on in 2024 that life was lifing?
I feel like it was just... I feel like I'm in limbo, bro.
In limbo in what capacity?
Just like, I'm in this space. It's like, I know where I want to go, but I ain't there yet. But I ain't that bad. So I'm just kind of just like chilling.
You know what it is, bro? I feel like we're at that point in our lives where like we're just handling the business as it comes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching an interview today. It says like, yo, people, like the young people want everything to happen right now. And it's like, nah, it's not how that go. Like, you gotta be patient. You know, you gotta trust your process, because at the end of the day, like, we got so much to still do that, and success takes time.
That's true.
So with that being said, yeah, bro, I ain't seen you in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Bro, when I saw you, you was tweez. You was a small person. You was a very small person. Now you got muscles. You be in the gym.
I be trying, bro. I be trying to get a little bit.
I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. Like, you've done well for yourself, bro. You got the Killmonger haircut.
I'm weak.
You look like Killmonger.
Man, trying something new, man.
I love it for you, bro. So, all right, so let's start from the last time I saw you. Last time I saw you, you was in high school.
Yeah.
You was at Port Richmond.
Dang. Port Richmond, yo.
How was Port Richmond for you? Because I ain't really want you to go to Port Richmond.
For real?
I didn't want you to go to Port Richmond.
Well,
I love Port Richmond. I got love for everybody who went to Port, but I felt like everyone knew everybody. So there was no point in really, going to Port when you know everybody who's at Port.
Port was straight. I tried to get into Wagner, but I ain't get into Wagner, so I ended up at Port. But I feel like it was for the best, though. Mm-hmm. Especially for, like, soccer, because Wagner's tryouts was crazy hard.
Yeah, you got to run like 2 miles of warm-ups.
Yeah. Port wasn't doing none of that stuff, so. But I made some good connections at Port. Some people I still talk to this day. So
Beautiful.
I feel like it was a decent experience. I mean, it was Port.
You got to go to college?
Yeah. That was an L at first.
College was an L?
Yeah.
Why was college an L?
Because it's like the same thing. It's like I feel like I just wasn't ready for that. So I graduated. I went to school out in Texas. Ended up dropping out my first semester.
Where in Texas were you?
I went to I was in San Antonio.
Really?
Yeah.
What brought you to San Antonio?
So I had my sister, she was out there. Because her man is military. So
yeah.
it was a little chance to get away, but I wasn't ready. But I felt like that pressure just because, like, all my sisters went to school, graduated, all had their degrees and stuff. So it's just like, I'm the youngest, so it's like, how you not going to go to college, But I wasn't ready for it looking back.
What would you have done differently?
Shit, save my money, not go to college, and probably just work some jobs, get some more life experience.
You wouldn't have went to college?
Not right away.
Okay.
Definitely not right away. Because it was a waste. I didn't make use of the opportunity that I had, and, not everybody gets that chance, so it was just wasting money, wasting time.
All right, that's honest. I feel that, because I ain't gonna lie, my first 2 years in college, I did horribly. Like my GPA was like a 1.8, 1.4. I failed out, and if it wasn't because like I had, good people around me and some people that was just like, yo, like if you can appeal the process, you'll be able to, stay in college. So that's what I did. I appealed, and in appealing the process, I was able to stay in the school. And then from there, I switched my major. I changed up some things, and I just locked in, got to the bag, learned how the process went, and then I was good. But you finished college though.
Yeah.
So like, what do you feel like was a major issue? You say you wasn't ready, but like, what about college at that time was your issue?
Honestly, I think just the mindset, and like I feel like I was just lazy. Like, to be completely honest, like I ain't want it. I ain't want to go. I ain't want to do the work. I just ain't want it, so I didn't, and it reflected on my grades and everything like that. Cause like, bro, I felt art appreciation.
You felt art appreciation?
Yeah.
How?
I ain't do cause they had like a little essay I had to write for one of the projects, and I ain't do it. like just flat out, I just ain't do it. Same thing. I think I got like a D in English. Same thing. I just wasn't doing assignments. I passed history just cause like we just had to take the test, so I was able to do that. Psych. I think I got like a D in that too. So I just ain't want it.
So what happened after that? Like what was the next step? Like you failed out. You took a semester off. Like what was the next step for you?
So that was a tough point because like I had to tell my parents that's like, yeah, I'm not going back right now, and that didn't go down too well. That was a rough conversation. But after that, I just just worked some odd jobs. I was able to get in with my cousin. He had like his own like little business, and I worked there for a few years, and eventually just got tired of that. And then I was just, all right, I'm gonna go back to school and do something.
All right, so you was working for like a few years.
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing at the job? Like, what was the job?
We was putting up like security cameras and like mounting TVs and shit like that.
With Sherman?
Yeah.
Okay, dope. Now that I know you know how to do all that stuff?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you up because I might need some security cameras soon, bro.
It's been a little minute, so I gotta relearn it again, but I was doing that for that time.
Okay. And so you came back home, or you was? Oh, so you came back home, so you had to go back with your parents.
Yeah.
That must have been annoying because they was just remind you every day that you wasn't doing nothing.
Man, shoot, me and my pops, we wasn't cool for a little bit, but we better now.
That's all that matters, bro.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. All right, cool. So you went back to school. So you moved to North Carolina and went to school.
Yep.
You finished there.
Yep.
What was different this time around when you went to North Carolina?
I was just tired of BSing. So, and even still, it's like, so when I first moved back, I did a year at community college until I transferred over to Pembroke. Mm-hmm. And even still then, I was still kind of like BSing around, not really taking shit seriously. But it was just one point that's like, okay, I just locked in, and I was just getting A's after that. Got into the nursing program, and passed everything, passed my state boards first time, all that, and I've been better.
I'm proud of you because first things first, I know how difficult it is to get into the nursing program, let alone just graduate, but like get in, pass the boards, all of that. That's not easy, bro. I'm proud of you, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
When you passed, like, were you like super happy, or was it like one of those days like, all right, cool, like I'm just glad it's done?
Yeah, I was happy. Like, honestly, when I took the test, I thought I failed it.
Why?
Because it was just a lot of uncertainty, and it's like when you take the NCLEX, it just cuts off. So you can have a range at that point because it was COVID. I think it was like the least amount of questions you could do was 80 up to like, I think like 160. And I think I stopped at like 98. But it doesn't tell you. And then sometimes what they'll do is like they'll throw the whole test bank at you. So even if you get all the questions right, you can still do like the max amount of questions. So it was just this whole uncertain feeling, and I was just nervous, bro. I was just nervous because I didn't want to take that test again. Like all that money you got to pay for that test, I didn't want to do that again. But I was just happy to pass it.
Okay, cool. Why did you want to be a nurse? Or a nurse?
That's a good question. Honestly, I guess subconsciously because my mom's a nurse too. Maybe that had like some sort of influence. But honestly, I just picked it. I felt like I don't know what it was. I just felt like deep down, like I felt like I could do it. And once I got into it, I just fell in love with it, and that just made it easier.
So what about nursing do you like so much?
It's like helping. Like, I know it's like super cliche, but I get that sense of satisfaction from helping people. And then being a black man in nursing too, it's like there's that other side that I see, and sometimes it almost don't even like feel real. Like, I have patients be like, hey, like, you out here doing your thing, like, congratulations, like, because you don't really see a whole bunch of like black male nurses out there. So just having that, it makes it all the world like worthwhile, even though it can be some BS at times.
No, that's real. That's real. I respect that. Okay, so graduated nursing school, North Carolina.
Yep.
What happened after that?
So graduated during COVID. That was a crazy time because like,
oh yeah, what was COVID like for you,
bruh? We didn't even finish our whole last semester.
What you be out finish our last semester?
We didn't finish, so we was supposed to like be in the hospital, like precepting and like doing our clinicals and stuff, but we never did that. So all we did is, and even the teachers was confused. They ain't know what to do either, cause it's like this never happened before.
It's a pandemic, yeah. It's a fact.
So everything was online. We had our finals online, classes was online. Didn't go in the hospital for nothing. And they was even having like this thing. It's like they gave us like this emergency license that we could still practice, despite not even passing boards, which that was crazy. It's just like, nah, that's crazy. Like, because they had people practicing out there without even passing their boards and stuff. But it was a weird time, bro. It was just a weird time. And even still, like, after I graduated, I applied for like the nurse residency program, which is almost kind of like what we were supposed to do for our clinicals, but just outside of school. Just because, like, I didn't feel ready. I did not feel ready at all.
Okay, so you didn't feel ready passing your nursing. Like, is this before or after you passed your boards?
After. Because, like, we didn't have, like, any clinical experience. Like, I graduated nursing school. I couldn't start an IV.
Really?
At all. I attempted one time. And didn't get it. So it's just like, we supposed to be out there, doing all this stuff. It's like, we don't have any practice. We don't know what we're doing.
So how did you learn how to make things happen?
It was just doing it. Like, honestly, it was just doing it. That's half of the stuff. And looking back, it's like half of the stuff they don't teach you in nursing schools. They can't really teach it. You just got to learn it, like, on the job, just by trial and error. Which... the unfortunate part is just like you're practicing on people, but I mean, that's just part of the job.
So looking at your position now with the nursing and everything that you've been through, like, what is your perspective on it now? Like, do you love what you do? Is it kind of like whatever? Like, do you wish that things could have been differently? Like, how do you feel now that you've been in the field for a couple of years now? How different? Like, what's your perspective on it?
I still love it, but I see the whole, view of it now. I see the good and the bad. Versus, I feel like before they don't really talk about some of the quote unquote bad parts of it.
So what are some of the bad things that come with nursing or the industry?
Well, I mean, it's not even just nursing; it's just healthcare in general. There's still prejudice. There's still racism. It's still nepotism, all that stuff that goes on. And it's a business. It's about making money. So there'll be some situations, it's just like, it's not even about the patient. It's just like, okay, how can the hospital save as much money as possible? And it's just like, that's not how it's supposed to be. That's not healthcare. Healthcare is supposed to be about taking care of the people, helping the people. But it's a business at the end of the day, so they treat it as such.
No, I understand. That's crazy. I feel you though. I guess my question for you is like, how do you rationalize that? Like, how do you rationalize being a young black man, nurse, in healthcare, with all of these different struggles that you see every day? Like, how do you rationalize doing the work and navigating the politics of nursing?
I'm still trying to figure that out, because it's still something new every day that you run into. Like, even just at like my last contract, I was up in Charlotte, and there was this one particular incident. It's just like I was in a patient's room helping them out, and I had another patient that had like called out to the front desk like, "Hey, like I need the nurse," and the secretary never told me about that or didn't tell the CNA about it either. So eventually, when I did get to that room, I got fussed out, and I'm just like, "Yo, like, I'm standing there confused, like, what happened? Like, why didn't you hit your call button?" And she was like, she did. She tried to get help. She talked to the guy up front. He said he was gonna send the nurse in. Never happened. So I go to my charge nurse, thinking, she's supposed to back me up and try to help diffuse the situation. She ends up throwing me under the bus, and I'm just like, y'all can't be serious right now. Ended up escalating to the manager. I had to write a whole like statement and stuff like that. Eventually, it got sorted out, but it was the whole thing. It's just like, y'all can't be serious right now. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with me. But I just feel like there's other situations to where it's like, and even for nursing, it's just like, it's a lot of pettiness. It's so much pettiness that it ain't even funny. Just little things here and there. It's like, yo, we all adults here. We should be able to do our job and keep it pushing. But it doesn't always work out like that. We see, like, being a man, you'll get some of the heavier patients, some of the more like the higher acuity, the more like quote unquote disruptive patients. Like, they'll give them to you, and just stuff like that.
No, I understand. That's tough. I mean, it's weird because no one tells you how hard it is to be a man sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, especially growing up, your parents, they kind of just do what they do and just, let you do what you do for the most part. But they don't really, like, tell you, like, the struggles that come with being a young man in this world for real.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of focus on, like, trust God, trust God, trust God. Yeah, but there's, like, other things that, like, you definitely trust in God through, but it's, like, certain things that you just not sometimes prepared for that you can go to God about. But in that moment, it's like somebody gotta do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, that's real. So now, where are you now? Like, so are you still in Charlotte, or what's going on now?
Nah, so I just finished up my contract up in Charlotte. Next I'll be up in Virginia. So I'm just trying to get all the little details worked out for that. But luckily I got a buddy up in there. I'm trying to get up with her. She actually got me into travel nursing too.
You say you're who?
One of my little buddies.
One of your little buddies?
Nah, not like buddy, but that's almost like half mentor, but like that's the homie though. Like she looked out for me. She put me on to like certain things and things to kind of look out for. So that's really I admire her in a way too. Like, she definitely helped me out a lot.
That travel nursing's where the bag is at too.
It depends. It's not what it used to be. Like, during COVID, they was getting some stupid amount of money.
Like 200. I heard they was making like 30, 40 bands a month.
Bruh. Man.
During COVID, them nurses was moving like they was like rappers.
Bruh, I wish I could have got in on that, man. I really wish I could have gotten that. Like, people was paying off their houses, paying off all their loans, their cars, just easily. So what changed after COVID that nurses ain't making that bread no more? They don't care about nursing no more. It's all just like supply and demand, yo. Like, and that's the thing that killed me, because it's just like they have the money there, but it's just not enough demand. Like, it's a whole pandemic. Like, people were scared. They didn't know what to do. So it's like, all right, well, we quote unquote essential people, so we gonna give you some money. But now, like, it ain't the same. People ain't even afraid of COVID no more.
Yeah, COVID like the flu.
Yeah.
COVID like the flu now, so it's like whatever.
Shoot. You see all these memes on like Instagram and stuff. It's like COVID, they not scared of that, but they scared of like the rabies or like bed bugs and stuff like that. That's what they afraid of.
Yeah, I feel it. That's tough. So you about to do travel nursing.
Yep.
You've been through a lot. I guess before we go into travel nursing, what was college like for you? Like your second time around, like were you partying? Were you going outside? Like what was being at UNC Pembroke like?
Yeah, definitely partying, definitely going outside. But I had a balance though. Like it's like even in the nursing program, it's like that's kind of where I even picked up like more drinking too. It's just like we would have a test and we would drink. Either we were happy drinking or sad drinking, but we would drink. But we could still like lock in and still like study like weeks in advance and like get our stuff done. So it was just like we just found better ways to cope with it.
How's your mental health been?
Could have been better. Well, it could be better. Could be better.
Do you go to therapy?
I want to. That's the goal. I just switched my insurance and I gotta see like who accepts it and stuff like that and all that BS. But that's definitely the goal, to get a grasp on that.
I mean, there's free therapy, Black Man Heal. You know, I'm not sponsored, but you know, shameless plug if you wanna tap in and get some therapy. Black Man Heal. It's free.
Okay.
I did it. 8 free sessions once a week.
Did it help?
I mean, I think so because so for me, like, we'll get into my story a little bit later in the episode, but like for me, like, I was going to therapy beforehand. Like, I found my first therapist and he was cool, but I felt like we wasn't really making progress, and the reason why we wasn't making progress is the issue I had was deeper than just therapy. So I had to like make a certain type of adjustment. The next time I had a therapy, I was really in a bad space, more so because like I was just really depressed. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't know where the depression came from. I didn't know what caused it, but I was just really in a weird space. Like I was in a transitionary phase, going from, you know, like being this entrepreneur, making music, traveling, creating, to like having like a real job where I have to wake up early and be there every day. And at that time, like I was building a program, so it wasn't like students was coming in. There was nothing that really reinforced like we were being impactful. I felt like it was really mundane and very redundant. And I'm the type of person, like, if I'm not making an impact, that I really don't want to do it. So I was really in a weird place. And also I was like really learning on the job. Like I was really learning how to do my job on the job. And I felt like I wasn't really, you know, making anything happen. I wasn't really going out like that. Like I was really isolating myself. So there was a lot that was going on. So for me, like I think therapy, just having someone to talk to once a week, just about where I was at, and just like trying to like really like get a different perspective after the fact of, you know, getting the help that I needed. It kind of helped. And I'm still like, I don't think I need therapy now, but I'm definitely going to get a therapist or somebody just on call, just in case I need someone to talk to. Just because like I feel like as first off, young Black men, but also as professionals, we need to have spaces and opportunities to be able to express ourselves in a way that allows us to be vulnerable and transparent. Like, you know, you can't go to social media and express yourself for real because like you open yourself open to like all these people's opinions and stuff like that. You know, you can't really go to your shorty because your shorty's going to listen, but she really don't really understand what you're going through. She's just going to be there because it's your shorty. You can't go to your parents because your parents got their own issues that they're going through. Mm-hmm. So it's like, and then your friends are cool, but at the end of the day, like your friends also got their own shit that they're going through, and they really can't help you because they're where you at. So yeah, I felt like for me, therapy was definitely essential at that season where I'm at, and I definitely think that if you have the opportunity to have therapy or get someone to talk to, you know, or just reaching out to people that want to listen and offer actual beneficial, benevolent help, you should do it. So all right, cool. So now you're a big nurse on the scene. You're about to move. Yeah. You got your own space. Yeah, congratulations. I think you bought a crib, right? Or you had a apartment?
Yeah, I got an apartment.
Okay, cool. And what was that like, having your own space? I know that must have been different.
Oh man, I feel like it was almost like a blessing and a curse. Cause it's obviously a blessing, but I was left to my own devices, and I may not be the best thing sometimes.
How do you control? Like, how did you learn to control your vices?
I didn't.
So you're still figuring it out?
Yeah.
I'll tell you this as someone who went through that as well. Just having their own space, post COVID, like during COVID, but like during that middle area 2020 2021, after being super locked down. Everything comes with balance, bro. And I spoke off air. Like, lean on God, bro. Lean on God and hold yourself accountable, and have people that check in on you to hold you accountable as well. And everything is a process. Like, you don't know what you don't know until it's time for you to know it. So what tends to happen is, like, you have to position yourself in a way like you don't allow yourself to fall victim to the vices. You got to control your life, because like I said, everything you do in life compounds. So something small today could be the reason down the road you don't get to where you want to get to. So like for me, like one of the things I had to worry about when I had my own space was like I would like legit get cozy and comfy, and I will not leave my house.
Mm-hmm.
I won't do nothing. Like nothing. Like I'll try to handle my business, but it'll take me so much to like legit get. There was a time like I wouldn't leave my bed. Like that's like one of the times like in that season I was going through a lot. Like I would not leave my bed. I was like, I don't even know if I was sad, but it was just so hard for me to want to just do anything. So, and then also like there was a time I would drink a lot. I would make me my mimosa smoothies every single day. Add some tequila and a little douce in there. Like I was getting crazy every day, going out when I did go out, drinking every day. There was times I smoked a lot. So trust me, I feel it. But, there comes a time, like I said, it's either you make the decision or God gonna make the decision for you. So, that's what I would say.
I feel that. I feel like it's almost like I'm almost split sometimes. Like it's like an irrational part and a rational part. And the rational part is like, okay, I understand all that. Like I know what I gotta do, but it's like that irrational part just almost like it just clouds everything to where I don't do it. And then that's the part. It's like I'll beat myself up. It's like, yeah, like I know better, but I'm still doing the same thing. And it's just like, why are you doing the same thing and you know what to do? So I feel like that's kind of where I'm at, just kind of like trying to get that out.
What I would advise you to do, read Proverbs. I know that's like, boy, I don't want to do that, but I'm telling you, like, Proverbs is really about wisdom. And if you know better, you do better. So it's like, I feel like sometimes you just need to read it for yourself just to get that wisdom and clarity, and understanding, because it's very easy to get caught up living life, doing what the culture says is the vibes, being young and lit. Like I get it, but like there comes a point in your life that you have to make a decision, and that decision's going to determine whether or not you get to where you want to get to or not. Trust me, bro. Like there was, bro. I told you, bro. I was wilding. Like there was a time I was wilding, bro. Like OD. Every day was a party. Every day, multiple parties. Like we was wilding. Like that's why even like people talk to me about nightlife, and I sometimes I'm like reluctant to go back into it, because it's like I knew what almost happened to me because I was so entrenched into the lifestyle. So what I'm telling you is like you gotta really take control of that, one way or another, and it's not gonna happen overnight. But I would pray that it happens faster and sooner than later, because it's one of them things that when you get caught up with just life, it becomes like a stronghold on your life, and you don't want that, because it impacts everything. Like for real, like if I would have just handled my business and took care of everything, bro, I'd be a doctor, like a PhD doctor. Granted, I don't know if I would have liked my lifestyle, because I don't really like to, do research and read and all that shit all day. But I would have been done, and I felt like in my situation I needed to be humbled. Because like at that time I don't think I was in a position where I really appreciated what the privileges I had, and I didn't appreciate the situation and location I was at. Like I was just happy to kind of be in a space, and just happy to just handle some business, and happy to be on my own again, where I didn't realize like what was at stake with everything that I was doing. Because like you come to a point in your life that everything you do is not just about you.
Yeah.
Like, God forbid something happened to you. Everybody, like, think about all the people you really know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody is going to be affected by it. So, like, if that doesn't resonate with you, it's kind of like, what has to happen for you to actually get to that point where you recognize, like, all right, I gotta change. And trust me, bro, like, if I didn't get sat down, bro, I would not be in New York right now. I would not be, bro. I'd probably be in Dubai living it up. But God sat me the fuck down, bro. Sat me down, had me face to the floor, having to figure this shit out, bro. Like, it was bad. Bro, it was horrible, bro. And people don't, like I said, well, that's why I always say, like, I don't look like what I've been through. And that's really through the grace of God, bro. Because there's people who've been through worse things than me and they look like it. Or been through less than worse things than me and they look like it. I've been through some shit. So I'm telling you, like, not just as your friend, but as your brother, like,
yeah,
take control over your situation. Because if you can't control your situation, then you, like I said, I learned this from a conference I went to. Is either you take responsibility or you take orders. And I know you don't want people telling you how to live your life.
Yeah. Dang. So, like, when you say, like, God sat you down, like what do you mean by that?
Without being, like, too detailed, it happened a couple of times. Like I said, I'm not sitting here saying like I was perfectly, bro. It took like I had to get sat down at least like 5 times. But after the last time, I was like, all right, I'm done. Like, all right, I got it. Like I said, I was partying a lot, drinking a lot, smoking a lot. Gal was galling, so I like what I saw, so I was talking my talk. I just didn't have any discipline. Yeah. I didn't have any order. And I was caught up trying to just do everything at once. And it caused me to, like, not do well in college with the PhD. And the PhD was very unforgiving. And that caused me to have, like, really bad mental breakdown. Like, a horrible mental breakdown. And this happened multiple times, though. Like, over, like, from COVID till the end. So this happened, like, maybe in a span of a year and a half, 2 years. Maybe, yeah, 2.5. Just multiple times of just, like, horrible mental breakdowns. Like, horrible. Like, have to go to the doctor. Have to sit in the hospital. Like, can't leave the house. Then when I'm not leaving the house, I can't leave my bed. And then when I finally get to a position where, while this is happening, I'm still handling my business though. Mm-hmm. Like I'm still working on my album. I'm working on a mixtape. I'm doing my podcast. I'm, trying to build businesses. Like I'm still semi-productive, but it was never really hitting the way I needed to hit because I never could really get myself out of my funk. And then and then basically right before I got my job, I was sick. Like I got another mental breakdown, sat the hell down again. And also what happened was the job I had wasn't paying me. So like and this is on top of like family stuff I'm going through. Like I said, as a young black man, you're going through a lot of stuff. Like I'm responsible for my family. So there's a lot of things that like I had to go through that was impacting my mental health as well. And I just had to just deal with it. And yeah, it got to the point like it even cost me money. Like I had to spend a couple, like a good amount of money because like I was sick and I had to really pay for all the damages that it caused. So I say all this to say in a nutshell, like, if you got to get therapy, get your therapy. But at the end of the day, like, you have to take control and responsibility over the life that you live. Because when it's all said and done, bro, no one else is going to do it for you.
Yeah. But
at the end of the day, if something happens to you, it impacts everybody. And we're not kids anymore. Like, it's one thing if we're still in high school or we're still in our parents' house and we're not paying bills and we don't have responsibilities. But it's like, we're men. Eventually, we're going to have our own wives.
Yeah. Eventually,
we're going to have our own kids. And they're going to mimic and watch everything you do. And because they mimic and watch everything you do, anything that you didn't resolve in your youth, it's going to become a generational issue down the road that's going to be either your kid's issue or your great-grandkid or your grandkids or your great-grandkids issue. So, like, you have to be responsible not only for yourself to get things done, but also be responsible for the future and your legacy. And, like I said, I'm proud of you, bro. I see you going to the gym. You know what I mean? I see you chilling. I see you going for walks. You're doing well. Count your wins. Every win is a blessing from God, bro.
That's true.
But everything that's also a struggle is also a blessing from God, because it's gonna teach you something that you can't do it by yourself. That you need God, bro. And I'm not saying, like, bro, we both were raised in a Christian home. Both our parents were pastors. We know how this stuff go.
Yeah.
But, like, it's different when you have to find your own relationship with God than leaning on your own parents' salvation. And that's where I've been at, bro. Like, I've been celibate for, like, a long time now, going, like, 2-3 years.
For real?
Yeah, bro. I know it's crazy. It's crazy for me, too. But I needed to do that. Because what it also forces you to do is really look at people, especially women, for what they are. Like, you know, like, it made me change my decision making. Like, I'm not just going to the function just because I want to see gal. Like, I love the gal. Them girl don't love me. But I'm more strategic about who I'm dealing with. I'm more strategic about how I interact. I'm not just speaking how I want to speak because my dick hard. Like, now it's more like I'm strategic about just being not only a man of God, but being the Cletus that I want to be for the future. Because at the end of the day, bro, like, if it ain't drugs that's going to get you, it's going to be alcohol. If it ain't alcohol, it's going to be these women. If it ain't these women, it's going to be your own vices. If it ain't your own vices, your health. If it ain't your health, it's somebody hating on you. So you got to control all of that. So the way that you'll control all that is by starting up front with, first of all, understanding that there's somebody bigger than you that wants to see you win. And that's God. Then after that, you got to control your body and understand, like, yo, your body is a temple. Trust me, I don't go to the gym like that. Like I said, this is our last alcoholic beverage, I think, I'm going to try for at least a year. Try my best. And then after the year, go for 2 years. But, yeah, like, I already cut out hard liquor. I don't do no hard liquor no more. So, and then, like I told you, the weed, been cut that out. You know what I mean? I might, you know, I got, maybe I might have a little left in the stash that I might have to get rid of before the end of the new year, but I'll deal with that when that time comes. And, yeah, bro, just take control, bro. And also, I'll tell you this, like, everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. Like, I know, like, you're not going to just stop cold turkey everything. If you can, God willing, then do it. But that's not how everyone operates. But, like, operate in moderation.
Yeah.
You know, like, once a week. You know, cut that down to, like, once every 2 weeks. Cut that down to, like, once a month. Cut that down to once every 6 months. You know, cut that down to maybe just socially. You know what I mean? Like, everything isn't a, like I said, I'm big on celebration, bro. Like, everything. Like, I submitted a paper at the time, bro. It was so bad. I'll submit a paper, I'll pop a bottle, and I'll smoke an L, bro. And this is like the first time I'm talking about this. I don't talk about this.
For real?
I don't talk about this. But I'll be real, like, super transparent. Like, yeah, bro, it was bad. I was going through, like an ounce a week.
I feel you on that. Sure, I know for me, it'll be like, I have a rush shift. I come back home.
I get it.
Spark went up.
I get it.
Put me to sleep.
I'll tell you this, though. I feel like also there's different opportunities to do the work that you do without the stress that it comes with. So maybe that's also something you gotta, you know, look into. I know, like, nurses and doctors that work remotely and get paid big bread, you know? So if that's an option, cool. Maybe you need to elevate your position. So yeah, you might have gotten this bachelor's, this BSN, RN, but now maybe it might be time to get that FNP so that you're not dealing with that type of low level energy no more.
Yeah. The bedside is crazy, bro.
I know. I can only imagine. I see the gal nurses traveling to Dubai, to Marrakech, to all these places in the country knowing that they gotta come back and wipe somebody's booty and oh, I get it, bro. But I also feel like, you know what, God needed you to go through this season in your life so you understand that the next season you will have to lean on him even more. You can't lean on your own understanding. Like, I ain't trying to be Pastor Cletus right now. Like, that's not what I think my calling is right now. But
it's facts though. It's definitely in facts, man.
Because I've been there, bro. Like, I'm not gonna hold you as we reflect on the year, bro. And I'll ask you this, like, overall, if you had to reflect on how this year went, what would you say, like, what's the theme of this year?
I feel it was just like unreached potential.
Why you feel that way?
Cause, and I that's one of the problems that I got to. It's like I see the finished product, and I compare my current self to that finished place, and I know I'm not there yet. So I always feel like I'm lacking, without giving myself grace to be like, hey, like, it's gonna take time to get there. But I just see where I could be at, and it's like that's where I want to be. But I know I'm not even close to that. So,
bro, how old are you?
29.
You 29, bro. You got a lot of time. Most people don't become millionaires until they're like 39. Most people don't become billionaires until they're like their 60s. Bro, we got so much life to live, bro. Yeah. And the thing is, like, you know, like they say, like, you know, in the Bible even says, like, you know, give your plans to God. Give your plans to God, and you'll succeed. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't, like, you said it best. Give yourself grace, bro. Because, bro, we not all, like, life is not a race versus the next person. You are a race against yourself. So, like, just understand, like, yo, like, things are going to happen when it needs to happen. All I can do is do the work. So, like I said, like, and we not perfect, bro. Like, we still are having a human experience. Yeah. So, like I said, like, I get you, bro. If like I told you, we didn't link up earlier because I'm trying to map out this blueprint with all these different ideas. And I'm sitting here like, bro, like, just try your best. Just take things a day at a time. Try to be disciplined. Put things in motion so that you can just take control of the day. Do things little by little. Be around the best type of people. And that's going to quantum leap you and leave, like, trust in God. Lean not on your own understanding. Bro, you'll be fine, bro. I'm telling you. Think about where you come from. Like, think about all the things you've been through. Think about how far you came. And then think about what your position is, bro. I think people forget, like, we from Staten Island, bro. A lot of people ain't doing nothing. A lot of people not making no bread. Like, really making 40, 50K a year. Then they got to pay bills. Then they got baby mamas. Yeah. So you got to think about all that. Like, before you know it, the only money you got left is maybe to buy you a couple sneakers and some weed and alcohol just to numb the fact that your life ain't really where it cut out to be. You are still in the beginning of your life. How long have you been working at nursing?
In 4 years.
Think about this way. You're only 4 years old in your career. Yeah. You're a child. What can a 4-year-old do?
She's still figuring it out. Yeah.
Give yourself grace, bro. Trust me, I've been there, bro. I thought I was going to be a millionaire at 21, 22. The way my mind worked and the way I knew people and the way I was moving and shaking and the money I was making at the time in college, I was like, bro, there's no way I can't flip this. I gave somebody in college 3 bands at a time. This is 2012, 2014. Like, money wasn't like, and this is in college. I gave this man 3 bands. I'm like, yo, bro, turn this into 10 bands, bro.
That's wild.
He did not turn it into 10 bands. He gave me about 3 bands back. But now that same dude has a company that's generating multi-million dollars a year. And I was like one of the first people to be like, yo, make this happen. I'm trusting you with this money. So I'm telling you, like, bro, like, you just got to trust that God got you. And you got to trust in yourself to know that you're going to do your best. And even when the sun ain't shining, just know that God got you. And just know that you can't see the finish line. You can't see. You can have the vision for it. But the finish line for you might be just a stepping stone to the real destination that's really for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, all you can do is just try your best, bro. Try your best. You owe it to yourself.
That's facts. Nah, that's definitely facts.
So all that unreached potential, if you feel that way, then figure out how to get to the next level for next year. What are you most proud about, or what is something you achieved this year, and why?
Probably just start traveling. That was a big step. I was at my old job for like those whole 4 years, and I almost felt like I got complacent. And like literally when I started traveling, bruh, like I like doubled my money. And it's just I could have been doing that, but I just never took that step. So I feel like that was a big step because I know myself and I know that like I do get complacent sometimes. And it's like if I get comfortable, even though it might not be the best thing, but I'm just comfortable in that spot there. But I was able to kind of just like, obviously with help, kind of break out with that and to do something new. And I'm seeing different people, seeing different places, getting new experiences, which I feel like that's definitely invaluable. So definitely thankful for that.
I like that for you. I feel like we gotta travel this year. No cap. We gotta try. I really wanted to go to Trinidad Carnival.
Yeah. Oh man.
I really want to go to Trinidad Carnival. I just don't have no place to stay in Trinidad.
Dog. We gotta work some of that out, man.
Okay, let's make that happen because I'm down. But I'm proud of you. I feel the same way. I felt like this year, something I'm really proud of I achieved was just, one, being locked in with my job. Two, being able to write a multi-million-dollar grant and submit it on time. Do the APR, like just doing like things at my job where I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I just made it happen. Like I realized I always knew I was resilient, but this year I really knew like like you good. Like even launching my candle company, like, and selling out like a good amount of candles. Like I sold like 50, 60 candles in a month, just hand to hand, not like no website.
For real?
Yes, bro.
Dang.
So like I see like the potential. Like I see like and then also I got back in my hosting bag a little bit, so I was hosted like 2 or 3 events.
Okay.
So it was like I'm in a good space. Like you know what? And then I got closer to God. I think that was really like one of the big ones for me. Like I really wanted to get closer to God. The next year I got to figure out going to this gym or doing something like having some physical activity, because I love my comfort, bro. Mm-hmm. Like comfort is a drug, and I love that shit. Like I love being cozy, bro. I don't like being too uncomfortable in the old. And when I say uncomfortable, not like I won't, be bold to make a decision, but like more like when I'm in a comfortable situation, like you said, like I get complacent. So that's something I said I'm definitely gonna work on. What created energy for you this year? 2024. What were some things that created some energy for you?
Definitely family. Mm-hmm. That was a big motivator, and just wanting better for myself.
I like that. For me, what created energy for me this year was just being able to kind of recognize like what I want and what I don't want. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like in the past I just always used to say yes to everything, and like this year I was really like adamant about not being afraid to say no and not being afraid to let certain things go. And I feel like that created a lot of energy for me. Yeah, I would say that because like these last couple of years I did a lot of stuff and I wasn't really like I went to London like last year or 2 years ago.
Dude, that's what's up.
Yeah, I went to Carnival in London. I've done some things that was kind of cool, but I felt like my year flew. This year also flew. I think, and like you said, family. I think family also played a role in like creating energy. But what are some things that drained your energy this year?
Work.
I feel that.
Man, burnout is real, man. Burnout is definitely real.
What was the most difficult decision you made this year? And what did you learn from it?
Probably just taking a break with my girl. That was definitely a tough one. That's one I'm still kind of fighting with too, but kind of like when we had talked about it earlier, it's just like giving her that respect of letting her have that choice to decide what she wants instead of just trying to make that choice for her, because that would be selfish.
You know what's crazy, bro? I'll be honest. I'll be so honest with you. Um, one of the most difficult decisions I had to make was like, so I'll put it like this. I have friends who, while in college, they had their girlfriends, right? I had my shorty, but like other people had their girlfriends, and they was cheating. They was cheating, but they never said nothing to that girl. They was cheating at college, but they always knew what home was. And now they're married, they got kids, all of that. And sometimes I sit back and be like, am I too righteous? Like, did I have to keep it so real with my shorty that I lost her? So I'll say this, bro. You gotta do what's best for you, and for what you believe home is. And I'll also tell you, like, yes, have the respect to give that woman the decision to make to give that woman that choice to make that decision. But also, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. If you got a good thing, don't ruin it. Because sometimes, like, I have a friend that said it best. He said, if a woman likes you enough, she'll lie to herself. You don't have to lie to her. That's why he's like, I'll never lie to a woman. I respect that. So you kept it real. You put the ball in her court. You position yourself to get a bag. You're going to travel. You're going to meet new people. Obviously, you're going to see what the world has to offer. Just be disciplined and just lean on God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like I said, like I told you the things that I really like. If you have time, read First Kings and look at the Jezebel spirit. Like, look up what Jezebel was. Bro, a lot of women are not bad people, but they do have a bad aura, a bad spirit to them. And they've been through a lot that will make you stop your growth. So you gotta be super strategic. Like, if you meet people that add value to you, lock in with them, bro. Because now more than ever, folks is getting real weird out here. What do you want your life to look like in 1 year and 5 years?
Next year, let's see. Next year, definitely paying off all my debts, and then just save enough money to like probably be able to get a house, go back to school, just things like that.
Is there a place that you want to end up, like settle in?
I haven't thought about it, like, in particular, just not really. I feel like the Carolinas was pretty good, like, I guess, like, climate-wise, weather-wise, but I haven't, like, thought about it too particular yet.
I would say for me next year, I want to own some property. I want to own something next year. Like this year, 2024, in a year, I want to own something. I want to have somebody in the pipeline to potentially be my wife. I want to slim down at least 20 pounds, 30 pounds, maybe 40 pounds. But I really would say 30. I like my job. I would see if I would still be at my job or maybe be back in school as well. I know I don't really need another degree, but I feel like at this point, like, I want to pivot. Mm-hmm. I like working in education. I like what I do, but I feel like there's things I could really do that could really be more impactful with the work that I already do now. So if I could figure out a way to still do what I do now, but more in an impactful way, and get to that bag and be more of who I am, because that's something I really want to do this next year too. Like, I want to show the world and show myself more of who I am, because like I've given so much, and that's something else I had to learn how to give myself grace about. Like, I gave so much of myself to so many people, mm-hmm. to so many things, and I never reaped the benefits of it. And I don't want to be upset about it, because I'm not mad about it. Like, I see what people have built because of who I am and what I've given. But at the same time, like, I got to give back to me. I got to pour into me. I got to make sure I'm good.
Nah, I feel that.
So I think that's like, I think 2025, like I said, is real personal. Like, I want to open up. I have an idea I want to launch. So I'm going to do that. I want to deploy capital in certain places. I reached a certain financial goal, so now I can really start to either invest into myself or invest into a situation that can help me yield more money, and yeah, just get to that next level. Get to that next level. Like, why not? Why not us?
Yeah,
Why not us?
for real.
Like, I was on Google today, sidebar, and I was looking up. Like Bill Gates' business structure, like how he basically came up, and then I saw that he owns over 200,000 acres of land. He's the largest private land owner of farmland in the United States. He
That's
owns
crazy.
200, close to 250,000 acres of land. He's the 49th largest landowner in the United States. 49th. So there's somebody who owns. There's a dude named Red Emerson. He owns over 2,400 acres of land in the United States.
That's crazy. Who is this guy?
Red Emerson.
I haven't heard of him before.
You won't. And he's the number one. Bill Gates was the 49th, and he owns over 200,000 acres of land in the United States.
That's wild.
That's where my mind is at going into 2025. Like, it's time to play catch up. Like, from 30 to 60,
Mm-hmm.
I have to make it like the most dominant 30-year stretch of my life. And financially, I can do it. I just got to make the right moves.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have any other questions for you. If you can accomplish one big thing this year, what would it be coming up? This next year coming up?
Shoot, honestly, it's just getting more disciplined. I feel like that's like one of the key things that I'm missing, and I feel like if I had that, I'll be in a totally different position. So honestly, for 2025, I just want to get disciplined. I feel like that'll help me out in like every facet of my life, like just physically, mentally, spiritually, because like I know what to do. I just gotta do it. But it's like motivation, that'll come and go. But if you discipline, you gonna keep doing what you gotta do on a day-to-day basis. So that's honestly what I want to do.
What habits or behaviors do you need to cultivate to align with your vision to do that?
Shoot, for one, just stop spending money on just frivolous stuff.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You gotta save your money right now, bro.
Yeah. But it's like even just started traveling, it's like I'll make more money and it's just more money to spend. And it's like nah, it's like put that away, invest it, look at different things to where you could increase that money. Don't just spend it on just crap that's not going that's it's just gonna depreciate. It's not gonna make you any other money.
What opportunities are you excited to pursue next year?
Well, definitely seeing like different travel contracts I can get. I'm gonna be up in Virginia for the first 3 months, and then I want to get my Cali license. I kind of want to see what California's like out there. I hear they got some good money out there, and just seeing different places too.
You're gonna have a big year. What feedback did you receive that helped you grow this year?
So there was this one guy like at my old job. He was one of the transporters, and like he was like this young guy, and just no matter what, like he would always hype me up. He was like, "Yo, like I see what you're doing, man. Like I'm proud of you. Like you doing good." And like that really touched me in a way, that I feel like that really inspired me. It's just like I didn't know the impact I was having on people. Like I really didn't know. I thought it was like it's just a job, but it's like there's really people that kind of just like can like feed off of that, and like that'll like motivate them and stuff. And it's like I ain't know like I had that type of reach and anything, but it was just like dang, like it's like I gotta keep going. I gotta do better.
I don't have any other real questions. I mean, let me see if I can find something. Maybe I would ask. Which relationships brought you the most joy, and how did you nurture it?
Sure, we know we kind of on a break, but definitely with my girl, like I feel like we had like some really really good moments and stuff, and it was just kind of just learning how to be, I guess, softer for her, and just it's almost just giving her that space to just kind of flourish in a way, and just seeing how what she can be and how she can be.
I'll be honest, brother. You really like this girl.
I do. I do.
If you feel like she the one, double down. I think 2025 really is about doubling down. Like really leaning into things. Like not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like really lean into it. Let's see what God has in store for you. Just lean into it. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the worst that could happen? Don't work. All right, cool. Life goes on.
That's true. I don't want her to get hurt. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
I don't want to be the one the way she looks back. It's just like, dang, you know, like, and it's just like some negative, you know, attribute. So I don't want it to be.
Hold
like
yourself
that.
accountable, King. You a king, bro. You the biggest. You know who you, bro. You gotta know who you are, bro. You gotta know where you came from. You gotta know the cloth you came from, bro. Bro, you never been a small fish, bro. Hold yourself accountable, bro. Like you're not in competition with nobody but you. If you don't think that you are capable enough to handle a good woman, all right, cool. Like you said, you made the decision to give her the choice. But if she leaning on you to be who she thinks that you need to be, bro, prove it to yourself that you are what she says you are. You go fall short, bro. You ain't perfect, but at least you tried, bro. Like motherfuckers don't even try. Folks don't even be in the game for real, talking from the sidelines.
Yeah.
Like I said, bro, and like I said, it's beautiful to be vulnerable, bro.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Like it's gonna make you more of a man. A lot of men, they not men, bro. They think they are men because they mad machismo, mad macho, but they not men. They damaging themselves. They lonely as hell. They can't, bro. You got a good situation. Lean into your situation, and lean on God, bro. Lean on God, bro. Like you're not in this by yourself. You got friends, you got family, you got people who love you, that want to see you win. Don't be afraid to take that leap, bro.
That's true.
Like I said, we got one life to live. We don't got 16 of these.
Man.
We don't got 16 of these, bro.
For real.
So if you got somebody that you really enjoy and they make you happy and they bring good vibes and they smell good and they clean and they cook and bro, what else could you really ask for? What else could you really ask for? At the end of the day, bro, ain't nothing out in these streets, bro. Except girls trying to get a come up, bro. All these women just looking for a come up, bro. They looking for somebody to take care of their kids. I'm telling you, as you get once you hit 30, I'm telling you, bro, it gets freaky out here, bro. It gets freaky. Every girl who look decent got bare stretch marks and got kids. Got bare stretch mark and got kids. They'll feed you.
I can't, man.
But it's like, man. Nah, man. Nah, man.
Yeah, you crazy, man.
But I love you, bro. I'm proud of you. If there's anything you could ask, if you want to know, what would you ask me? Anything that you have, any curiosity, anything you want to know?
I guess like what keeps you going, man? Like because like even just since young, it's just like I feel like you was always just like on your own wave. Like how? You know what I'm saying? Like just what makes you tick? Like what makes you decide, hey, I'm gonna go left when people's going right?
I think a couple things. I pay attention to a lot of things. Like I might not be the most organized person, as you can see in my spot, but I know where everything is. And when it comes to people, like I'm not gonna say I made all the best decisions, but I've always kept in mind that just because something is good for somebody, that doesn't mean it's gonna be good for me. And I also I trust myself a lot because I know myself. Like when like, first of all, like I'm an immigrant. Like you know what I mean. I was like, well, first generation in America, so I think that also plays a role in it. Second, my name is Cletus, so my whole life, like, I was always the only person that everyone met named Cletus. I was the African nigga at the time where nobody knew Africans existed, and I don't know, bro. I just felt like for me, I just gotta do what I do, bro. I just gotta trust me, bro. I gotta trust me. That's all I really got. Like I know, like, it's bigger than me. You know what I mean? Like, I know that there's people watching. I know that people care, even though they might not show it. I know that there's a lot of people invested, even though they might not help. You know, I know, like, I don't know. I just know my value, bro. I know, like, and you know, it's crazy. One of the things I said I was gonna work on is really making sure, like, I make my time count this year. Like, I do a lot of things just for the free, just off the strength, and it's like, nah, I can't do that no more. I gotta make my time count. So, I think for me, that's always been it, and I feel like there's levels to life. Like, I live by that. Like, there's levels to life, and I feel like right now, like, I'm like the ground level, and I see, like, how I can see how this can really go if I play my hands and I lock in and I get strategic, and you know, I do certain things, and you know, like, I know, like, bro, like, we just talked about it. There's a dude who owns over 2 million acres of land in the United States, in a country that's about to become a renter country, where 60% of the people living in America are going to be renting in the next, like, 5 to 10 years. Where they said by 2050, black people will own nothing in America.
That's crazy.
They said they will have a zero net worth. Black people. Bro, I can't be a part of that statistic, bro. There's too much out here, bro. There's too much out here. There's people who are about to be worth trillions of dollars, not millions, not billions, but trillions of dollars. There's $1 trillion companies. There's people who are like, bro, I look at people who, like, I look at like Dubai. Dubai was a desert, bro. There was nothing in Dubai in 2000. Dubai was nothing. In 24 years, 25 years, bro, Dubai became the place to be.
Oh, yeah.
Just because a man and a group of men had a vision. Bro, imagine what we can do if we really lock in on our vision. Like, really go to God, really sit down and really try to visualize, like, all right, what is our vision? And really turn our vision to reality. Bro, it can get crazy, bro. And I'm not even in it for the money no more. Like, I feel like the money is just a byproduct of success. So if you're a successful person, you have good vision, you have wisdom, you trust God, you do all the things that I feel like you're supposed to do, the money is just going to naturally come because of that. Like you said, you spoke about discipline, like having great habits and maximizing your time. Like, I feel like when you do all these different things, it just adds. So, yeah, bro, I just feel like, bro, why not us?
You definitely right.
Like, bro, I look at you and I'm like, bro, I'm so proud of you. Like, I don't think you get it, bro. I remember you from when we was at 51.
Man.
I remember when Janae called her peoples because they were mad at us. I remember you coming to the crib every day after school and just playing video games and chilling. I remember you going to Port Rich and playing on the soccer team. I remember you just, bro, you're a whole man. Like, you're a whole different person, bro. And you've done well for yourself.
It don't feel real sometimes, man. Like, to be honest.
Bro, you could have been a bum.
That's true, yeah.
We could have crashed out. But we didn't. And it's not like because we like these like super amazing people that like bad things can't happen to. It's like, bro, like, really God got us, bro.
Yeah.
Don't take that for granted. So that's what it is for me. It's just like, yeah, I'm really trying to just be the best version of me, bro.
I feel that, man. I was even thinking back just like the other day, and it's just like I'm really blessed in a lot of ways, and like even just the opportunities I had, just like, cause I ain't choose to be born from the parents that I was. I ain't choose, the life that I was put into. Like, a lot of people ain't have the opportunities that I had to, and I feel like I gotta make the most of it. Because it don't just happen like that all the time. It really is a blessing. I'm blessed to have the life, the blessed to have like the job I got, just everything.
And you only just getting started, bro. You only 4 years into your job. I feel like the first 2 years of your job, you really just learning how to do the job.
Shit, you learn something new every day, man.
And that's just the first 2 years. By year 3, 4, bro, when you actually have a system, you got people that help you. You got a community. You know the game.
Yeah.
You meeting people in different positions. You know your job for real. You're fluent in the language of your it's gonna get crazy, bro. Just trust your process. Be patient.
Yeah.
Just be patient. 2025 is gonna be big. If there's anything you want to say to who you're gonna be in 2026, what is one thing you're gonna say to that person?
Shit, we gonna keep getting better.
Facts.
Gonna keep getting better, man. Like, always gotta keep improving. Always gotta keep building on the last part. As long as I stay focused, stay disciplined. Shit, it ain't just the stars, man. We going to the moon, the other galaxy, the other multiverse, all that, man.
Come on.
Like,
and make sure you have fun. Enjoy this shit, bro.
Yeah.
This is all. This life is all we got. There's not 12 of these. This is all we got. You know what I mean? And I always say that I say it right now. Like, this year is the worst year. This is the worst I want it to get. Where I'm at now is the worst I want my life to be. So next year I want it to be better. And then when I get to next year, I'm gonna look at it back. I want this to be the worst year, the worst position I'm in, and it still be better than most people's best days.
Yeah. Damn.
I think we can end it there. If people want to follow you, connect with you, where can they go to do so?
See, Instagram, it's Russ 333.
Russ 333. I love it. And like I said, thank y'all for tuning in. Talk Ain't Cheap. 2025 is gonna be immaculate. Make sure y'all go get you an immaculate scent candle, an immaculate scent for an immaculate vibe on the immaculate scent Instagram DM. The website is coming soon. I'm taking my time. Go get you an immaculate scent candle, and like I said, immaculate drip coming 2025. Everything immaculate Enterprises. The Cletus Group is gonna be rebranded. We have a whole lot of stuff rolling out for 2025. So tap in. And like I said, you're tuning in. Talk Ain't Cheap, and y'all know the slogan is not that deep. It's a vibe.